Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going back down into the dungeon, looking for those artifacts all over again, and we're trying to find our way out through the exit of that dungeon. Now today we're going to be looking at Pocket Dungeon Quest, Don't Go Alone. This is an expansion for this cooperative dungeon diver that's a quick 30-minute game for 1 to 4 players, and this game adds some different things. It adds some new adventurers, it adds a way of leveling up, getting keys, and getting different items that you get to choose that give you some more special abilities. There's also new monsters as well. Now I'm going to be doing a rules school, so I'm going to give you a quick overview of what's different in this game, and then I'm going to show you how to set up and how to play the game so that you don't have to read the rules at all. So here we go. In Pocket Dungeon Quest, the Don't Go Alone expansion, there's all different gear that you can get that will give you all sorts of different special abilities. You'll be getting that gear by obtaining keys and experience points and leveling up over the game. There's also 3 new monsters and 2 new heroes to pick from to give you more variability. To set up, first you'll take all the XP counters, essentially these are experience points, and you'll put them in a pile off to the side. Now I am using a playmat here, it did not come with the game, this is an extra accessory that you may purchase. Now you're also going to take the 4 keys, which is shown here, and in each of the 4 corners of the dungeon you're going to find the corner, and then you're going to go walk into the 3rd spot there and you're going to place the key there. Off to the side, you're going to make a treasure pile, which will be all of the different treasure tiles that come in this expansion. We'll talk more about these in detail later. Now I'll go over some of these new heroes later, but to pick up a key, essentially you just have to be in the normal sight circle of the hero, and you can pick it up following the normal rules of the base game. Once you have them, the keys can be given away to other heroes or traded for items and or spells. Now how you earn this gear is to be able to have a certain amount of keys and experience points. The experience points, you get 1 of these for each monster that you kill. To level up to level 1, you need 3 experience points and 1 key. When you have that, you get to choose any one of these gear pieces and put it in front of you. I'll go over what these do later. Once you're at level 1, to upgrade to level 2, you'll need 5 XP counters and 2 keys. To get to the 3rd level, you'll need 7 XP counters and 2 keys. And once you choose any of the gear, they can never be discarded, traded, or sold. Also, the maximum amount of gear you can hold are 3 pieces. Now let's go into some of these gear. The first one on the left here is a shield. This allows you to absorb 1 point of damage during combat, and it has a cooldown of 2 rounds. Or what is cooldown? So once you use this, essentially you have to wait 2 more rounds in order to use it again. Now the holy water gets used once per round, and a round is 1 turn of all the different heroes. So here the holy water before a battle, you can say you're going to use it and it nullifies the effect of a critical miss, but you can use it out of turn, meaning you can play it on some other hero's turn to help them out, but you cannot use this again until it gets back to that player's turn again, and hence 1 round. The torch allows you to peek at 1 space further than you're normally able to see once per turn. You would peek at it, and then you would put it back face down. The Boomerang can stun a monster for a single turn. A stun monster does not hit back when attacked, and it still requires 2 swords to able to hit it. Now, if you miss a monster after it has been stunned, you basically still have to fight it as normal. The magic ring allows you to claim 1 item or spell from the discard pile in exchange for 20 gems, and it has a cooldown of 2 rounds, so you can't use that again until after 2 rounds. A spell tome allows you to memorize up to 2 spells. And these memorized spells, they don't get discarded when used, and they don't count towards your inventory limit. And 1 memorized spell can be used out of turn when it's not your turn, but only if it wasn't used on your turn already, and it has a cooldown of 2 rounds, so after you've used it, you have to wait 2 rounds to use it again. Now these 4 are Hero's Hats and the Rogue Knife. Essentially when you have these, you get to use the special ability of that hero. So for example, the Warrior Hat gives the ability of the Warrior, the Archer Hat, the ability of the Archer, the Wizard Hat, the ability of the Wizard, and the Rogue Knife, the ability of the Rogue, as found in the base game. Each hero can wear 1 hat in addition to their normal special ability. The Hero Cape permanently adds 1 health point to that hero. The Harp allows you to put a monster to sleep, and while the monster is sleeping for 1 round, you can get past it without engaging battle. However, when the sleeping monster wakes up, anybody that's in the sphere of sight for it will have to fight it. If nobody's there after the 1 round when it wakes up, it's put into the monster pile. To use the bedroll, you move one spot and forfeit your turn. On your next turn, you look at one tile. If it is not a trap or a monster, you have rested and you can get 1 health point. If it was a monster, you have to fight it like normal. And the bedroll has a cooldown of 1 round, so you have to skip around before using it again. The Grapple Shot allows you to hold 1 spell or 1 item, and you use this when your inventory is full. You cannot use these, you can only use them after these have gone into your inventory, after your inventory has been opened a little bit. If the Grapple Shot was not used during your turn, then it can be used out of turn, and it can't be used again until the held item has been placed into your inventory. The Massive Sword allows you to hit 2 monsters on the same turn. You'd roll the die. If you hit the first monster and destroyed it, you'd then get to roll and attack the second one. If you miss the first one, you do not get to try to attack the second one. The bow and arrow can only be used out of turn and allows you to try to roll and hit a monster that's outside of your sphere of sight. If you miss, nothing happens, but if you get a critical miss, you'll follow the rules as normal. There are new heroes in the game. One is the Adventurer, and they will be able to disarm any traps without taking any damage when they're revealed. And the Farmer doesn't have an ability on its own, but at the beginning of the game they get to choose a gear and add it right away and take the ability on right away, and this does not count as the 3 maximum amount of gears that you can have. You can now sell items, assuming the merchant is flipped over and revealed. If you have an item that you'd want to sell, essentially you can sell it. You would place this into the merchant pile, and you would be able to take 10 gems from the discard pile. Assuming the discard pile has at least 10 gems, you would take that. You can also freely make change with the discard pile with the amount of gems you're given back. Now you can sell those items, but you can never sell gear. Now there's 3 new monsters that you can add to the game, and how you add these is there's multiple tiles of each of these monsters. You'll take all the tiles of one monster, you'll put them in the normal dungeon to shuffle them up at the beginning of the game, and you'll take all the tiles of any of the other monsters and take it out, meaning that there's still always going to be exactly 100 tiles in the game. You can add as many of these or as little as you'd like. The first one is the Winged Shrieking Eel. This has no special effect other than when it does damage to you, you must do your best impression of an underwater creature. The next one is an Acid Slimer. When it's revealed, you get poisoned. There's a poison counter that comes and you will take it. Now, while poisoned, each turn the hero makes a saving dice roll. So every turn you're going to roll a dice. If you get a critical miss, you lose 1 hit point. If you get a yellow flash for a miss, there's no effect, but you remain poisoned. If you get the swords of any kind, you cure the poison effect. Also, drinking a health potion also cures this effect. Now, I hope that helped you dive right into the game without having to read through the rulebooks and allowing you to enjoy the game better and faster. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them as comments at this video, and we'll do the best to answer them.